Yo, what's up everybody? Good morning, good day, and good afternoon. Thanks for coming by. Gonna send this out on Discord real quick, as I forgot. There we go. Welcome in everybody. Thanks for coming by. Coming in with this, I guess, surprise stream, pretty much, as I didn't think I was gonna be able to come in today. It's like a job. I don't think I was gonna be able to stream today. So I'm happy I was able to hop on for a little bit before I head out. I am traveling on a trip today, so yo, Hemorks, holy moly, it has been a while. What's up, dude? Welcome back, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I was traveling today, so I realized that I could definitely hop on a stream before my flight. So here I am, and there you are. So thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for coming by, man. It definitely has been a while. It's nice to see you. What's been going on? How's life? And today what we're going to do is actually start on the last freaking view here. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done 5 freaking views of refactoring these to only use storyboard right now. It's to only use our controllers right now. And now we're on the last view here. So heckers? Oh, heckers. Is that why you've been gone? Because of hackers? But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and work on this last view. I think this one should be relatively straightforward. The only thing that I haven't dealt with before is the selector view here. So you can obviously see that this is pretty different. This is the design that I was originally going for, but I haven't had time to implement it because it's been like, I don't know really the best way to go about doing it, especially in regards to changing this to account, like localizing the time to be 24-hour clock instead of a 12-hour clock. So I'm kind of leaving this for later, but for now we can set this guy up and we should be good, and then we'll move on to figuring out some issues with how these controllers are being pushed. So if you see there, the controller kind of like lags behind, and so I need to figure out what's going on there. But this has been real busy with work. Very valid, my dude. Very valid. Yeah, work does that, doesn't it? You're always like, oh man, so busy. It's true though. Work sucks in that sense. All right, cool. So we're good to go here. Let's go ahead and let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is go to the storyboard and hide all our elements for that view, like we've been doing. Yo, OP scripter. Oh, what do you mean the controller lags behind? Yeah, let me show you. So if I go in here to the app, I'm going to press get started here, and you'll see that the elements from the original view controller, this is the entire view controller right here, right? This one screen. If I press get started, you'll see that it kind of lags, and then those elements just kind of stick until you're fully swapped over here. And I do it again for this, and they kind of overlap each other. I think it has to do with possibly how the properties of the UI are set up in that controller. I think they have a strong reference to the controller they're being set in. So the garbage collector in Swift goes by and it's like, I'm pushing this, but I don't want to remove any of these properties when I'm pushing a new view on top of that stack. So that's what I think what's happening. I'm not entirely sure, but I definitely need to fix that because it is ugly. My God. Looks bad, man. Welcome in, dude. Thanks for coming by. Yo! Yemorks, what the heck, man? Coming in with those 5 gifted subs? Dude. Always coming in with that early morning hype. Dude, thank you so much. Holy shit, man. Really appreciate you, man. Is this something that I like should start expecting from you now? Dude, thank you for supporting Cycles. Supporting Cycles servers for 5 more months, man. You're freaking ballin'. Literally on the stream for 30 seconds. Dude, well, this is our guy right here. Yemorks is top tier gifter. Hell yeah, Scripter, you're gonna have to come back now. Dude, thank you so much for all that support. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. And to all the new subs out there, welcome into the Pixelogic team as interns. Glad to have you. If you are interested, join that Discord. Link your Twitch account to your Discord account, and I can give you an awesome role within the server, as well as some awesome benefits. If you look down below, I offer stuff other than what Twitch offers. So make sure you say thank you to your boy, Yemorks, and come into that Discord and say hey. We'd love to have you there. And OP Scripter, dude, thanks for that follow and welcome in. Thank you again, dude. Really appreciate you. That's too kind, for real. Thank you. Yeah, dude, get back to the grind, and thanks for stopping in and dropping those subs, dude. That's honestly super kind of you. Have a good rest of your work, and I'm sure I'll talk to you soon, man. And next time, get yourself a sub, dude. Sub yourself to the channel. I gotta get a badge for you in the Discord, man. Yeah, take care, dude. Thank you again, man. For real. Wowza. Not even 15 minutes into the stream, and we're in. Just VIP me. That's honestly a really good point. I got you, dude. I always forget about that. Totally VIP of the channel. Welcome. Enjoy the fancy badge. Yo, hey, it's me, 987. Thanks for the follow. And welcome as a sub to the team. No, thank you, dude. Thank you, for real. Peace, sir. All right, so the first thing that we need to do in these views is I actually hide all of the components because we're actually still going to be reusing the view here. So those are the only, oh yeah, and then the time picker. Those are the only properties we have here. And we should be good. And now we can actually start moving these over to, what was an auto layout issue? Oh, that's fine. We can start moving these over to our controller and not have to worry about them getting in the way. Alrighty. So then after I do that, I usually kind of reposition my properties here. So we have that, we have our memory manager, and then our cycles and blur controllers. And then from here, I'm just going to comment all these out and just recreate them using enclosures. So do let time frame label, and we'll set that equal to a UI label. Put this in lable. No, we need a label there, friend. So we're gonna do this like this. We're gonna say let label equal a new UI label. Then we're gonna say our label dot translates mask to false, and then we're gonna return label. So basically what we're doing here is when the controller gets rendered, it creates all of these elements that we already have in our view currently. And adding this property here to false, so it translates auto resizing mask, allows us to use this thing called auto layout, or add our own constraints to the view. So we can place it, and depending on the screen size of your iPhone, it'll be able to resize accordingly. So this is the basics that we need for now, other than the constraints to get our UI up. We're going to say let time frame detail label, again, equal a UI label. And we're literally going to do the same thing here. Sometimes I get some weird tabbing going on though. There we go. Man, I remember the first view that we did this on. It took me forever to write these out, and now I'm just like, like keyboard warrior through them, man. It's been a while. Then we have time frame picker is a UI picker view. Do that, and then we're going to say let picker equal UI picker view. And we're going to say picker dot translates auto resizing mask equals false, and then return picker. There's that weird indent again. Okay, and then finally we have a button, and this is add cycle button, and this will be a UI button. And so one thing we're doing here is we're not initializing these with any size. And that has actually been proven to be pretty difficult in some cases when we're doing all our constraints. But the size will actually come in with our constants, or with our constraints when we add them, depending on the screen size view. Yo, what's up, Pixel? Welcome in, man. Yo, I'm sorry to say, Festify is down for today. Festify is down. Sorry, dude. I'm just playing off Spotify this morning. I repeat, Festify is down for today. I don't know. That sounded really weird when I just said that back to myself. Okay, cool. So now that we got that set up, now we can go through the rest of our view controller to see what is actually not necessary to use at the moment. Remove duration selection button from window. I'm actually curious if I still need this because I don't remember if I actually added that to the window. I think I might have. If we go to our constraints on the other view, I did. Okay. So we probably do need this. Are you playing off public place or your own? This one's a public one. Yeah, this one is the lo-fi hip-hop beats. On Spotify. Okay, so we'll probably still need this. So let's keep this here. I'm animating this button in. And then we need to do a main storyboard. Oh, no. Main storyboard. This one will have to keep the storyboard. Yep. Did I remove that? Did not. So we'll actually add this property up here. This main storyboard is so we can get access to the rest of our view. And so this main storyboard dot instantiate a new view controller. We want to do an optional here. Selected time from time picker. Yeah, so this is some pretty old logic that I haven't touched in a while, but this all is looking okay for now. I feel like, if anything, if this cycle is nil, we should probably do something. The Discover Weekly on Spotify really sucked this week. Oh, dude, I haven't listened to that in a while. I should check it out. That's annoying when that happens. Usually they're pretty good. I think mine's just gonna be a lot of lo-fi stuff, dude. Yeah, I feel like at the beginning it should be this, and really what should happening is we do some sort of warning here. I think that's what really needs to go down. So with that, the problem is that if this actually is nil, this will come back, and then nothing else will happen here. Wonder if we should just initialize with, if it ends up becoming nil, we just create a new property here. Yo, Evgen, what's up, man? Welcome back. Glad to have you in, my guy. I think we should do no. That'll be fine for now. Okay, and then I have this global sync here. Why? Why did I do this? So append new cycle to array, set up categories, set initial alerts. Oh, and if an alert comes back, you want to set that to display. Yo, Gento, what's up, dude? Welcome in, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yo, Curator 546, welcome into the team. Thanks for the follow. Call me Q. What's up, Q? Welcome in. I'm using anime Spotify. Biako, welcome back, dude. How's everyone doing this morning? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming in, folks. We're working on the last view right now of cycles. Yeah, it feels good, man. Feels good. The one thing that we're not doing is changing our view to look like this, even though I would very much like so. Right now, we're not going to do that. We're just creating our final view in our view controller. And yeah, just going from there. Let's see. I don't know why I put this in sync. And then I put another... Oh, this because it's a main queue. Okay. Interesting. Good? Awesome to see, man. Boredom? Will you be going with more material theme if you port to Android? No. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't really thought about it, man. That's a good question. I haven't thought about Android porting for a long time, actually. Yeah, I've... Kind of what the game plan for this would be was more along the lines of getting this app to a stable point before I start branching off to other platforms, because there's a lot of different ideas along that. Right now it is only for iOS and Apple Watch, but yeah, I mean, it would be cool. I would love to use Kotlin to rebuild this. That'd be really fun. But yeah, the design would definitely change, especially within regards to the fonts. Maybe some of the buttons, you know, kind of get it more Android-y, but sort of, Jensen. Not at the moment. Right now, we're just probably going to keep our navigation controllers in there, or maybe even not though. Last week after the stream, I set it up where I was able to just instantiate a new view controller in my app Delegate and go from there. But I think when we fix the issue with this like lagging transition from these views, that will probably come into play. So yeah, I mean, the goal would be to pretty much delete it at that point. More of a flat theme. Okay. Yeah, dude, that sounds great. Thanks for taking the time to sketch that out. I think I understand what you mean, and I can see how that'd be cool, especially with Android's OS. Yeah, that's actually a good point. All right, so go in here, do this shenanigans. Yeah. Again, we don't want to force unwrap anything here, folks. And then we're going to say if trigger update components. Value of optional type int must be unwrapped to value of type int. Math.random. Hey, there you go. Is it because date components is date components? No, that's there. Dot weekday, but I'm forcefully unwrapping that there, no? I guess what we could do here, can we do this and then set this to like 1 or something like that? There we go, the default value. Oh, and then it's +1. Yeah, this would be interesting. Okay. That would be cool, but I think most we'll just keep an empty storyboard and empty nib file around since there's still a lot of things that going on behind the scenes. Yeah, I would probably just keep the actual storyboard there. You know, you never know. But there would be nothing in it, and it wouldn't be initializing off of it. It would just be initializing off of the app delegate. Oh, nice, Pixel. That's a good one, dude. Very nice. Can this be nil? It can. Okay, so then why don't we just do pretty much what it's suggesting. But I want to do a +1 on this guy. Yeah, I can't do a +1 if this is nil though. Right? Yeah, that won't work. Maybe I can just do at this point but I'm essentially checking for nil there then. Can I do, I want to try this. I don't know if this is something that I can do in Swift. If not, then we'll just check for nil. If nil, we'll just set it to nil. If not, no, yeah, it's going to be the same. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So we're going to say if let trigger dot date components dot weekday. Oh, I need to set a property here. Then we'll set our new date component dot weekday to weekday +1, else new date component dot weekday equals nil. That should handle that case. Okay. So that's good. I wish I could get to do something with letters. What do you mean, man? You can do math.random and get some letters. Thanks, Genta. Dude, thanks for stopping by, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon, all right? All right, sweet. So we got this going here. Our date component's going there. Looking good, looking good. All right, that stuff looks good there. This stuff we're going to keep for now. Oh, I need to remove the references from the storyboard as well. And then what the heck is this? Yo, tech exec coming in. Look in the mirror. That's your competition. Okay. Okay. Yo, Steven, dude, thanks for coming in for that 7-month sub, my guy. 7-month sub. Yeet. Dude, thank you for that. For real, man. It's freaking awesome. I really appreciate you. Wow. 7 months already, hey? 2 months for the baby? I know, dude. It's going to be beautiful. How much do you think it's going to weigh? That's the real question. How much is it going to weigh? It's going to be a healthy baby? For real, man. Thanks for all the support. And thanks for supporting Cycles for another freaking month, man. Dude, that's what I really need these subs for, dude. Help me support Cycles servers for a month. Thank you so much, dude. How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping in. It's been a while. And I literally have no idea what this is all about. So I'm going to remove that. This is a duplicate. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yo, Pixel, I have no idea what that is. I'm so sorry. It's just a bunch of stuff going on. If you got code like that, definitely post in the Discord. Okay, cool. So we removed that stuff. One from there. We're doing some gradient. What did I add a gradient to? Oh, my button probably. Yep. And then what else we got? View did appear. Some more stuff there. This is our picker view. We're going to want to extrapolate all this stuff probably to an extension. And then here is the stuff that we're going to get rid of. Yeah, buddy. So usually what I do is just comment it out because you never know, you may need it. Oh, gotcha. Nice, man. All right, comment that stuff out here. This is a really shitty MS Paint art. I think the idea is gone across well enough, though. Dude, better MS Paint than I could probably do, so mad props to that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, I think I understand what you're getting at. I like it, man. I like it. Thanks for putting that together, for real. Appreciate it. Life's been good, little busy, but that's just how I like it. Yeah, it is true. That is very true, man. Yeah, life's been good over here, man. Just hanging out, doing my thing. The grind has been good. It's been fun. Always trying to look for new things to get people onto the stream and interested in programming, man. Get people started on their own projects. So yeah, that's been proven definitely to be difficult, but I think I got some ideas. It's just a matter of time of actually implementing the ideas, you know? It's always the hard part, implementing it. The one thing I couldn't get across is that the numbers are inside the wheel. The wheel spins to select a number. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Oh, I understand. So it's like maybe the numbers are inside going around and it fills up to each point. Got it. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is hard, man. It's hard execution, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. And dude, Hackalong has been announced. I think it's August 21st. I think was the date I put. I don't really remember right now, which is really awkward. But yeah, so I hope you're around, man. Would love to have you help out if you're interested in being a part of it again. Yeah, cool, man. No, I appreciate you drawing that out for me. We'll see what happens. Okay, cool. Oh, hell yeah, man. Perfect. I'm glad to see it.
Oh my God.
I would love that, dude. That would be awesome. Holy. Demon Wolf? Rating me? Dude, I think this is the first time I've ever been rated by you. This is so great. What the heck are you doing streaming so early in the morning? This is not like you. Thank you so much for that raid, man. Welcome back. I appreciate you being here, man. What were you doing this morning? Tell me more. Woke up at 12 a.m. Jesus. You mean you just didn't go to sleep? Is what it more sounds like. All right, we got to go to our storyboard now and actually unlink all of our elements here. Forgot about that. So if we go in here, they're actually linked to our controller, and since we don't have reference to them in the controller anymore, they're gonna complain. There we go. See, so data source, delegate, do that. So those are actually two things I need to do as well. Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and take all of those. Yeah, the picker stuff. Let's move this stuff out to an extension. So extension of onboarding. What is this called? Add Timeframe View controller. Gotcha. I could not go back to sleep, so just started coding my bot. Dude, that's dope, man. Yeah, first time you could raid me. It's awesome, man. I appreciate that. I love being raided by a Damon Wolf. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. Thank you for that, dude. Really appreciate it. For real. And thanks for coming by. And so how's your bot doing? What stage are you at right now? Is it a bot just for your channel? Or is it something that you're trying to actually release as like a public bot? Because I know we've talked about this a little bit, but I don't think we haven't talked too much in regards to that. Okay, so we do that there. And if we do that, we can remove it all now somewhere in here. I did do that. Okay, and now we need to set up our data source and our delegate to be on this controller. So we come here and we will go picker view, picker view, timeframe picker, that's what I called it. Timeframe picker dot data source equals self, and then timeframe picker dot delegate equals self. Yo, Fikova, welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team, my friend. Glad to have you here. All right, so we set up our data source and delegate, so we're still getting our calls there, which is good. We have moved all of our picker view logic outside to an extension. And now I think we're ready to place our first element here. Let's do a quick build, make sure it compiles. I think we should be good. And so the first one we're going to work on is this right here, this title. When do you wake up? That's a big one. And so that's probably, yeah, our text attributes here. So we have this guy here, and we will start a new string list for add time frame view, and that will be let onboarding add time frame title text. Set it up like that. And then localize when needed. So onboarding add time frame title text, and we come here and we can then literally grab this from here. All these are going to be very similar, and then we just need to change that around to be onboarding add time frame title text. So all we're doing is changing the content here, but the styling is going to be the same, which is why I copy and pasted it. Yeah, and then from there we just need to add our constraints to our view. So down here in our layout, what we're going to do is first say view.add subview, and it's going to be our add no, it's going to be our title What is it called? I forget names. Timeframe label. There we go. We do add subview, timeframe label. And here, we'll go ahead and do our for each. For each is active equals true. Is Swift basically just JS? No, it's not. It's definitely not just JS. But the syntax is very similar. You see a lot of it. One thing you'll notice that is missing though are semicolons, which JS is very fond of. But Swift is actually a lot safer than JavaScript for sure. Okay, so we do this here. And so the biggest thing we need to do is constrain this view to the top, left, and right. Safer, yeah. So what I mean by safer is JavaScript doesn't have type, right? Like there's no types in JavaScript. You don't have like an int or a bool or a string, yada, 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 right? In Swift, obviously you have those things, and then they give you a lot of really cool methods to check to make sure that those things are what they are, or if they're not null, or in Swift's case, it's called nil, N-I-L. So you'll hear me talking about things about like unwrapping properties. So let's say I declare a property here called mynum, and I'm saying I want this to be an int. And so this exclamation point here is basically saying I am guaranteeing that this value is going to be an integer value, right? And you can see that the type here is int. So if I do mynum and I set that equal to, 1,000, that should be fine. But if I come down here and I'm like, you know what? I don't need this to be a num anymore. I want to do a string. So let's try saying this to Alec, ya boy. Right? The compiler should throw an error here saying, yo, this is a integer value. You can't assign a string to an int, right? Basically it's TypeScript. It's similar, yeah. In my mind, I don't see Swift as being any sort of JavaScript because of it's very different in the core concepts of it. But yeah, it's similar in the sense that it has types like TypeScript does. Yep. And also this is a let value right now. It needs to be a var. Var is mutable, meaning you can change it. Let is immutable, meaning you cannot change it. So yeah, it's a good question, man. Good question. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add our leading padding here. So we'll do our timeframe label dot leading dot constraint timeframe label dot leading anchor dot constraint, and we'll constrain that. We're going to constrain that to our view dot leading anchor, and we're going to do that by our margin. Content margin. So essentially this line here is saying let's take our label, let's add a constraint to its parent or its super view. So the super view is the view itself, and let's add this leading, which is the front portion of your view that you're working with, and let's add a constant padding of 48 points. So it should put us at 48 points away from the leading part of the screen. And so we're going to also do that for the top. Top anchor.constraint. But we have I think we have another value for that. So we'll do top. This one we're going to have to do something called safeguard. Safe area layout guard, just because of the different types of iPhone screens we're dealing with. Yo, PH by Design, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for that follow. Glad to have you here, my friend. Thank you again for that. We need to do our top anchor with our safe area layout guide, and that's for devices like iPhone 10 and up that have the notch on it. There's a safe area layout so it doesn't interfere with that screen. And we don't want that right now. And then we're going to do onboarding top padding max. I think that's it. I got to look at what we did here. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that top part. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we need to do one for our trailing anchor. So timeframe dot trailing dot constraint. We need this to be, I'm sure you guessed it, our view dot trailing anchor. And this one's also going to be an onboarding content margin. The catch is on this one actually needs to be negative. So instead of padding it over to the right, it's going to push it over to the left. So we're gonna have our two margins like this stuck in the middle. And that should show us our view. All those things combined. Yo, Bravo Dravo, what is up? Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team, my dude. Glad to have you here. Let's go ahead and build this guy. Let's see our creation in action. Usually there's a good, first try. We get this first try, but let's see. It has been like 5 views. Okay. Hey, first try. There we go. But this looks way too far down. I need to figure out what the heck is going on here with that. Let's see if we have a top padding constraint in this view. So for this view here, we're looking at this. That's how often. This is not a good view to look at. Let's do this one. How many checkpoints? How many checkpoints? Oh, I did. Oh, I know why. Because of our nav. This little bar up here where this arrow is actually added on later, which counts as a height. So we needed to replace that. So this here should actually be that, and that should give us our result. Got a portfolio website? I used to, and I have not set it up again. I really haven't. The best thing for me right now is like my LinkedIn probably is my most up-to-date. I just updated that a couple months ago. But yeah, dude, I've been meaning to redo my portfolio site. It's been a long time. Oh, I did the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, and I don't know. I almost feel like for a portfolio site, I kind of want to do something where the design and style is all laid out for me. Or do something super simplistic, because last time when I was working on it, it took forever. I don't want it to take forever again. Yeah, there we go. So you'll see now that they're very similar in that sense. So that's good to go there. And now we can start with our next view, which is going to be our detail label, which is this guy right here. And again, since it's literally the same sort of layout, we're just going to grab this here, set this here. And the one thing we do need to change is our oh, I had this. In the off chance that this was nil. So let's make sure to add this here. This actually will be kind of interesting because oh, I just added that? select the hour you want to start working on, blah. I don't know if we'll be able to do this because we don't have initial cycle yet at this point. Yeah, we don't have our initial cycle at this point. So I think what we can do is we could probably set... We can probably start it off with this, and then when we're laying out our view, we'll have the cycle and we can check to see if it's null and do that. So I think that should be a good way to do it. So let's start with that. Cool. Let me grab this. Just got a bunch of euros on my Steam. Oh, nice, man. How'd you do that? This will be let onboarding add time frame detail text. Yeah, so here we'll start off with that initial text. We'll take this out of here. And then we'll go down to our timeframe view layout. We'll do a view.add subview again to our time frame detail label here. Do our for each is active will equal true. And the one thing we want to do before we add that is do our check for our title here. So this will be check for cycle title. And so if let cycle title of name is actually there, we'll do our time frame detail label, set onboarding detail attributes. No, I don't need to do that. All I need to do here is do time frame detail label dot text equals this now. And then we don't need this else because we're already setting it to that originally. Got my money for half though. But how? Oh, like you didn't get money from your Steam account. Like you didn't sell stuff on there? Okay, and we should add this as well to our onboarding strings list. Onboarding add time frame detail with name text. I know this is quite ridiculously long, but that's the only way I can do it. So it has to be verbose, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, so we do something like this. And then pretty much it's just, yeah, that should do it. Actually, I think it might give me an error. No, actually, I think we should be okay. Should be okay. Oh, gotcha. Nice, man. Nice. What are you gonna buy? What cool games are out these days? I was supposed to play Apex Legends this weekend and I didn't play. I've been wanting to check it out for a while now. I watch it on Twitch a lot, but okay, so leading anchor view, blah blah. So we're gonna do the same leading anchor, right? So this same thing here. We're going to do the same trailing anchor with our negative, but we need to make a different top layout. And that's actually going to be from our time frame label. So we have this guy here. So essentially we want to put this spacing here between these two values. So we need to get the bottom of this and that. So the top constraint of this equals the bottom of that. So you can do that. Bottom anchor constant will be onboarding section spacing. Yep. And that should do the trick. Yep, that should do the trick. So let's go ahead and see if our properties are set. And our views are looking good. Yeah, dude. Gotta, you know, you gotta wait for the good stuff. I totally know what you mean. There we go. Select the hour you want to be in working on. Hi. And that's it. So we have that set up there, which is dope. But that looks smaller, no? That font? Let's see here. No, this is detail font. Yeah, detail font. That's interesting. This looks larger for some reason. That's really weird. I'm not sure. Dude, you know what I do when I'm conflicted like that? I make a pros and cons list. And that usually helps out. I know it's weird. But hey, it might work for you. Holy crap, I didn't realize it, but we have met our goal for Cycle's server support this month. Holy crap, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Cycle server is going to live fully this month. All right, cool. And so the next thing I'm going to do is add the button here because I find that stuff easier to do before we end up doing the date picker or the time picker. So let's do this here. And pretty much the button should be the same deal. Very similar, at least, to this button here. Couple different things though. So obviously this is one. We want add cycle as our text. All right. So we can do let onboarding add time frame button text. And it's just add cycle. Oh, in New Vegas. Yeah, dude, tons of games. You got a nice selection. It's never bad. Okay, so onboarding add time frame button for our normal states, our title. We're gonna add our button fonts. That's cool. And then our targets are the one things that we need to start properly figuring out. And so for this, I was having some issues before with some of this stuff. And I actually learned something new over the weekend, or kind of re-grasped it. I feel like we might be able to use it in this enclosure. So we can set up a weak reference to ourself here. And so if we do that, then our self will actually equal to the self of the view controller, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. And we can pretty much do this thing, Objective C. We have to change this to be an Objective-C method to use in here. So we do that. And because before in our last view, we were having issues with the selector. Oh, I know why we were having issues now. Because of where it was. Oh, are you not going to let me pass in weak self? Oh, no, it's like this. It's weak self in like that. That's how it should be. Weak may only be applied to a class and class-bound protocol types, not onboarding. Oh, okay, interesting. So maybe this wouldn't work then. Maybe I don't fully understand it. I thought I did, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so we add our button actions here. Hopefully this works. Touch down, touch up, outside. And so the one thing about this is these buttons, text attributes we can remove. Yeah, here are buttons. We have a button gradient. I think this should still be okay. Yeah. Cool. So let's go ahead and add this here. We need to do this to our design constants. And so we'll go here. Add duration button margin. Oh, gotcha. This is going to be add time frame view. And then we can do let onboarding add time frame view gradient. So many games to test my PC. Damn, dude. I actually have I got an HTC Vive when it first came out. And I have not played games for that in the longest time. I've been dying to play something, man. It's been so long. I think maybe one day I might stream it. I don't know how to I don't know how to set that up. But it's been a long time, dude. I used to play that all the time. Cool. We can remove all this because we actually have an extension to help us out with this. And so we do that. Where did I actually set that? Yeah, so we add it to our, okay, we do our layout if needed, which it does, and then we add it to our button. So if we go here, view.add subview, add cycle button, and then we're going to do, again, for each is active equals true. And then down here, we're going to say add cycle button dot if layout needed. So this basically checks if layout if needed. This checks to see if the constraints need to be all changed because of what we just did up here. And essentially what we were having an issue with is we weren't able to get this green gradient around the button unless our constraints were properly set up first. So this will ensure that we are set up and then that we can apply this gradient. So then at this point, it would be add cycle button dot gradient, set gradient, and then it would be onboarding. It would be whatever our gradient was, which was onboarding set. Oh, I'm sorry. Add time frame view gradient. Yeah. Yo, you. What's up? Or you? Welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow. Glad to have you here, part of the team. Doom is on sale? Oh my gosh, dude. If you get any game, you should get Doom. It's a classic. If you get any game, you should get Doom. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm going to remove all this because we are good to go here. So this should have our action set up for our button. It should have our actual gradient filled as well. And we should be good. Yeah, dude, that's the one I'm talking about. That one is the way to go. That's a great Doom. Leading anchor dot constraint. Oh no, this one we have to set a width and a height, I believe. Yeah, we do a button height and width on this guy. So again, I'm just gonna grab these constraints. Since I've already done it, there makes no sense to just do it over again. So we'll do add cycle button, give it a height, add cycle button, giving a leading anchor. And this should be view dot leading anchor, and then we have our margin, you can see there. And again, view dot leading anchor. This is our trailing, so our butt end there. And then finally we have our bottom anchor, which is going to be the view dot bottom anchor there. And then we're having, you'll see our negative margin there once more. Cool. Let's see if our button's there. Should be good. Oh, you own it on an Xbox? Oh, no, not worth it then. All right, hi. Next, let's see. Okay, there seems to be an issue in our constraints here. Maybe I missed something. Oh, yep, there it is. So we're setting our leading anchor to leading, but also our trailing to leading. So we need to do that. Make sure that we don't duplicate our constraints. There we go. Nice. But I think what I wanted for this one, I wanted to actually do the onboarding content margin. That one was a special view because of the way that sits on the screen. It needed, when you scroll all the way up, there's a spacing where that button sort of fits. I can show that to you here. So we have this here, right? So that right there is what I was looking for. And so I had to set like a custom like padding away from the bottom there. So now we do that, and we can set this as our regular original onboarding content margin, which makes sense. Cool. So now the next thing we need, so yeah, here are our button actions. So right now, if I pull this away and I do that, you can see the animation that we have going. Now I need to add the selector view here, or the picker. And we should be good to go from there. And hopefully this should be pretty straightforward. So for this, I don't really think there is much to set up because our delegate set everything up for us. So the big thing is just really just placing the view. And I think what I want is basically because we could span it like this, right? We probably want to set the... Oh, does this look crooked? Or is that just me? No, it does look crooked a little bit. I'm not sure. It looks weird. My eyes are playing some mad tricks on me right now. What the heck? Anyways, so basically we can set up our container to really hold this amount. and see how that looks. So this is a height of 474 and this entire view is 812. So if we do some math on that, I said 474, right? Yeah. 474 divided by 812. That comes out to be 58% of the view. I'm going to round it down to about 55%. But we can set up our height to be that. And so let's do this. Picker. Let's onboarding height or add time frame picker percent, and that's just going to equal a 0.55. Yo, Hannibal PhD, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you very much for that follow. Glad to have you here, my friend. Cool. So we take this and we're going to first let's start setting our constraints and seeing what we have here. So we're going to add this to our view, right? View.add subview. And this is going to be our picker, time frame picker. We'll set up our array again. Yo, Eco, what's up? Blow my mind? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I will try. How you doing today, man? Thanks for stopping in. Steam gave me further percentage of my game since it's the Chinese New Year sale. Hey, that's dope. Gotta love Steam, eh? All right, so we'll do our time picker view dot height anchor dot constraint, and that's going to constrain to our view dot frame dot width. So we're going to be full width, right? That's for sure. But we want to get our height here. So time frame picker. Oh, that's, I did height. I meant to do width. And then height anchor dot constraint. Again, is going to be view dot frame dot height. And then we're going to multiply that by onboarding add time frame picker percent. What? Just on the grind. Got grunt running though. Hey, nice, man. Nice, nice. Everyone seems to be on the grind this week. Starting early. It's good. Good Monday grinds. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, yeah. What? I'm confused by this. This should be a height. That's a CG float. Oh, does this need to be a CG float as well? Probably. That's what the issue may be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. All of those need to be CG floats. When we're dealing with CG rect, we got to float it. So that should help us out there. Maybe so. Oh, well, I don't actually make as much as I should for February. Well, I mean, it's only 11 days in, right? Like, I guess it's sort of kind of late-ish, but you still got time, man. You can still grind it out. All right, so we set our width, we set our height, and now we need to actually place our view. So for that, I think what I'm going to do is probably just put a top anchor to our this guy up here. Yeah. That seems probably the way to go for now. And we'll see how that looks, and then we can just adjust accordingly. So time frame picker dot top anchor dot constrain that to our, which one? Time frame label, detail label, and then our constant's just going to be our onboarding spacing. So it's about 11 points. 2 weeks though. That is when last week gets paid. Yeah, it's true. Nah, it's valid, man. I think for this, yeah, okay, so I think I've been using UI screen. I gotta double check this real quick. So the view is the actual view in the controller, but you can actually use UI screen most of the time. No, I'm using view.bounce and view.height equal to constants. For some of these, yeah. Oh, bounds. That's why. Oopsie. Yeah, there's a difference between frame and bounds. So let's use bounds here. It doesn't like something here. What did I do wrong? Equal to view.bounds out width. View is there. Bounds, yeah. Width, it should be good. Width anchor constraint equal to constant view dot bounds. That's really interesting. That shouldn't be like that. Usually sometimes when errors pop up like this, it's because there's something going on in this entire section. Let's try this. Yeah, see? Okay, so it's something going on here. I'm going to assume it's probably this. Oh, I know what it is. Our time frame label doesn't have anything here. We had to put a bottom anchor. It was just referencing the actual view. It's weird how sometimes it does that, but when you work with it enough, you start recognizing like, okay, this we know is not optional. You can see right here, the exclamation point means it's definitely a UI view. So why is it throwing that error? God only knows. All right, let's build it. Let's see if we got anything cool. So I would expect this picker to get set up with our values, but maybe not. I don't know. Let's find out. And if it doesn't, I think I know why. Oh, there we go. It does. Easy peasy. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So there's one thing I wanted to potentially try. I think it would be really cool if there was a way to like add spacing between these elements a little more. And I do think there is. Title 4 row. This does pull back a string, but I think we might be able to do a UI view, but maybe not. I don't know. View 4 row. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay, and let's clean this up a bit so we can change this. Got Oblivion and 3 other games? Damn, dude, that was quick. You're so cautious of what you're gonna get, and now you just bought 4 games. That's awesome, man. Hope you enjoy them. All right, so here what we should do. Yeah, and this just returns a UI view. So maybe we can set our UI view, and then inside that UI view we append our label, and then we add a bit of padding, right? To kind of get it going like this. It's one thing I always struggled with, but I also want to get the proper fonts and size for this. So let's go ahead and get that going. Don't question me. Hey, dude, I'm just asking. Just asking. So we have SF UI display, light. Here, okay. And so if we go here, we can set up our font properly. So picker, we can do our frame percentage and let onboarding add time frame picker font. This will be a UI font. I think it's something along these lines. Yeah, pretty much like this. But we do want to change this a little bit. Oh, we want to use system font. That's what it was. Yeah, UI font.system font. Yo, Fred, dude. Thank you so much for that host, man. You're awesome, dude. Thanks for coming by. And thank you again for the raid. How was your stream? Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here from Fred's channel, we're working on this app called Cycles. We're refactoring it right now. It's a daily habit creator that is live in the App Store right now for you to download. Or you can be a part of the beta. You get the latest and greatest free here on stream. And yeah, dude, thank you so much for that host. And Kasukin, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team. Glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. Yo, stacking. Why does your stream always default to 360p? I have no idea, man. I stream at 1080. 1080 60 FPS. So I'm not sure. Maybe my maybe the bitrate may be too high. Because it's a hard balance sometimes for some people. I know that I have someone that comes in from Australia every so often, and he has the same problem. Yeah, so we wanted this, and this font here was technically 40 point. So let's do 40, and we'll do light F. Here we go. And so if we go back to our view here, we set that up. We do our text alignment. Our color here can be whatever we decide to make our picker color, which should just be white. Let onboarding add title frame picker font color, and that's just a dot white. Oh, I think I got to do UI color for this. Yeah. I'm from Ozzin's, looking all good. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's very random for some people. Yeah. I noticed you started streaming a little early. I did, yes. I did. I actually wasn't going to stream at all today, and realized that I'm actually able to. So, yeah, I have a flight to catch later. And yeah, don't think I didn't hear that buzz. See, stacking, you see how your life has changed, man? Remember when you said you would never follow me, and then you followed me, and now you're telling me that I started early? The good life, man. The good life. You remember those days, dude? All right, so I think we should do I think we can add like a constraint on this. I don't know. I think view equals label else. Oh. I'm on vacation at the crack of dawn. Why are you doing that to yourself, dude? Where are you on vacation at right now? So if we get this UI view, we just create our UI label here for sure. because I'm checking this. I don't want to check that. I just want to create my UI label view. We've done this enough to know where that goes. And then what I want to do is not check this. Get our label. We're going to set up our font. We're going to set our text here as well. So label.text is our hours. We're going to set our font, our text color, and our text alignment inside that view. And then pretty much what we want to do is take the label.cg or maybe frame. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yo, not serious. What's up? Thanks for coming by. We're working on an app called Cycles Daily Habit Creator. It's live right now in the App Store, and we're doing a bunch of refactoring. And so the way that our stream works is we refactor. We have 30 days on stream that we do refactoring. On the 30th or 28 days, on the 30th day, we will actually release a new version to the App Store. And yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. Just a little staycation. The wife couldn't get the whole week off, so we're taking off on Thursday. Oh, got you, man. Dude, those are so nice. I had one of those this weekend. Well, not really. We did a lot of housework, but it was much needed as it's been a long time. A lot of things need to get done. So this is our view.frame.width. And then our view.frame. This actually might negate what we're doing. Isn't this UI view? Oh, it's optional. Oh, I didn't notice that. I mean, technically we can just add constraints to this, right? Technically we could. Okay, let's start by doing this. Let's check to see. We can keep this stuff here. And then let's put a... Let's see if we have a view here. If view and we'll just print this out. Valid view. Yo, is he? I'm so glad I'm not the only one who typos like mad when other people are watching them go down. Are you trying to say something about my typing skills, Izzy? Is that what's going on here? How rude. No, I'm just kidding. You're right. I have terrible... I'm like... Not even when people are watching, just in general. I'm just an awful typer. I feel like I need to start warming up the streams with like those typing challenges where you like have to write out words as fast as you can. Sentences. That'd be pretty cool. Probably should do that one day. You know, getting a little odds in the Northeast in this little nice snowstorm and the magic will happen. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. It's bad up there, man. I'm actually going to St. Louis today, but it's not that bad there. It's actually pretty okay. It's normal. You really want to type view, don't you? Oh, I do. How did you know? They make me panic. Unnecessary anxiety. Yeah, I know. It's true. The question is, do you stream? is your typing due to anxiety of streaming, or do you have people at your day job or at your job and they're like looking over your shoulder and you're typing and they're like, I don't like that, and you're just like, what? And then they're like, no, and then you just get super anxious. Oh, I guess I could have just done this too. Yeah, it doesn't look like our view. It doesn't look like we have a view. My God. It's reusing. Oh, it's not reusing anything. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. That's dumb. Okay, so I don't even care about that. That's fine. That's fine. Can I put insets in my label? That would be pretty dope. Who doesn't freak out when people start watching you type? Only God tier. God tier typers. Why didn't she use that method? What do you mean? I work from home right now, but anytime anyone watches me, my fingers decide to forget my muscle memory. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. You're like, what do I do? That's cool. That's awesome. What type of freelance do you do? Oh, behind the shoulder judgment. Gotcha. Yeah, exactly. It's like, and it's, when I started my job, I worked with Ford for a little while, and they did this thing. They did a lot of paired programming, which was freaking awesome. It was really cool. And they would do it where they would actually do paired programming where it wasn't even a pair anymore. It was, they called it mobbing. And I think that's a thing that people are starting to do now, but it was like 4 to 5 people and they all had different roles in this paired programming session. And so when I would be in those and I'd have to type, I was terrified because there's literally like 4 people behind you and you're like trying to type and they're like, well, maybe this. And I'm just like, and I just want to just like hand them the keyboard, be like, here you go. you can do it. Oh man. Yeah. Paired programming is good though, in general. Ooh, I can? Can I add insets? Draw text. Yeah, pretty much I just want to add a little bit of padding around the edges. Okay, it's just container insets. Assuming that they still have this in Swift. Can I do that? Let's figure it out. I don't know. Text container. Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't look like they have it. Oh, but this is for a text view. No. I'm looking for a UI label. If you stick with the UI without subclassing it, Mundi has given a clear solution. Mundi, where are you at, Mundi? Okay, yeah, they are creating. I was gonna say, I think this is the only way you can do it. And then they add constraints. Okay. We can do that. Type. Someone glances at my screen and I do web development. React, Node, PHP, blah, blah, blah. Want to play with React Native soon, but views. Gotcha. Okay. Cool, man. That's awesome. Wait, so do you do stream or you do not stream? Yo, not serious. What's up? Hey, you do a great job. I'm in the final year computer science, currently focused on improving on Java in spring. Then I will try out C#.net. There's use my country lover stream. Yo, thank you so much, Serious. I really appreciate that. I hope you are getting something out of this and you're just hanging out and enjoying. It's great to have you here, and congratulations on your final year in computer science. That is definitely not easy. Definitely has not been an easy road, I am sure. But yeah, thanks for coming by, man, and I appreciate the kind words. I'm on the fence on signing weather too. Not looking forward to possibly getting shit as a lady coder. Ah, gotcha. Well, if this is any help in deciding that, there are actually a lot of really cool lady coders on Twitch. I'm not sure if you've seen, but there's some really awesome ones out there. And I always tell people you should just try it out, you know? But always depends on the person, you know? Streaming's definitely not for everyone. But it's always cool to give it a try. And I always try to tell people, like, you know, it's, I think we need more people in the programming community here on Twitch, because I think there's a really big audience for this stuff, you know? Depending on like what you're looking for. I think there's a lot of people looking for very technical streams, and there's some people that just kind of want to like hang out and see other people code, or just like have them in the background, you know, and do that. I know at work I do that a lot. When I'm working, I have like, I'll have either gaming streams or programming streams on. It just depends on what I'm working on at the moment. But I hope you do decide to do it, and hope to come see you. All right, so let's go ahead and just, okay, so we're just gonna add our label, and that's it. All right, easy enough, eh? So we'll do container dot add subview, and we will do label here, and then here we'll add our constraints. So with that being said, we should probably do a label dot translate our submask auto resizing to false, so we can get those in. Yo, you want to kill me? What's up, man? Stopping by to say hi. How are you? Have a nice week. Much appreciated, dude. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well, and I hope you have a great week too. Yeah, dude, Ninja Buddy did pull in a lot. Actually, this week was the first week I watched her. It was awesome. It was awesome to see that. She has a cool stream setup. I like it. I like it a lot. There's a lot of things that I want to try to gain from what she's streamed. There's a lot of cool stuff there. We need to set the text here too. And then here, top anchor constant. Oh yeah, we just add our padding. Dope. All right. So what we can do is then add constraint leading, trailing. They just put padding all around. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try label dot add. Oh no, not add. Label dot top anchor dot constraint. So we can constrain that top anchor to the container. I'm not mistaken, container dot top anchor. And then we can do like, let's do 10 points for now. And then let's do it to the bottom. I want to see if this actually works. I'm kind of skeptical right now of how I have it set up. No, not multiplier. Container dot, well, it says to the bottom anchor, and then 10.0 as well. And then here, what we need to do is actually, why did I do that? Return our container. See if that works. Yeah, that's one thing I like too, Izzy, and I think it depends on like what type of stream you're looking for. I've been trying to figure out ways to like incorporate something like that too, you know? It's hard. It's like, I think the biggest thing about programming streams is people like coming together to talk about a lot of this stuff. And like, I know one big thing on our stream here is, since I do a lot of iOS stuff, we're always talking about like Apple versus Android, or kind of like the different politics around that. And I think it's a good place for people to come and just, oh my Lord. Whoa. This was not what I was expecting. Yeah. But yeah, so stuff like that. But yeah, it is cool to see things along those lines. Let's do a container background color, and let's see what the heck is going on here. Whoa, dude. That is a little fricka. That's a big question there. You want to kill me. Okay, so that's our UI view, right? Well, that's like, it looks kind of interesting. So, oh, I know what the issue is. We probably need to add our label to the center first of all. So we need to do a center of X here and a center of Y. Do we though? And let's make this just like stupidly big. So if I do this as like 50, and then label dot, I think we can do like a width. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Label dot X center X anchor dot constrain. We're going to constrain that to the center of our container. Yeah, so we'll just do container dot center X, and then same thing for this, label dot center of Y dot constrain this as container dot center of Y anchor. Let's try this out. Yo, crazy wheelie, welcome in. Thanks for checking out the project. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, let's see. So obviously that green background is going to be removed, but that's kind of one of my debugging strategies when I'm trying to understand how these views are being laid out. That visual representation really helps me understand what I'm actually putting in there. Okay, so we did that, right? And so that looks good. So the problem at this point is obviously the height of our of our text is too large. And our actual view isn't. Yeah, the size of our actual view isn't actually being set. So I'm wondering. wonder if we can set a height here based off of our text label itself. It's really weird. Oh, there we go. There's some actively broken constraints. So I guess let's go take a look at this. It's really weird. Yo, you're good, Izzy. Don't worry about it. There's nothing. I think it's good to talk about that stuff. Could you spell out the UI a little slower next time you move through it? Maybe give a one-sentence explanation of what's going on there. Yeah, sure, crazy. Sorry. The reason why I go through it so quickly is because I'm working on this view here, so I just skipped through it. But yeah, I'll do that in 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out what is going on here. I think really the biggest thing is I need to set a height on this, or it just won't work. It's not going to work as I'm expecting, at least. Or we just don't set any spacing between it. It would be nice, though. It would be really nice to have that. View for row, for component, row, and then picker view. Does picker view, hold on, let me look at this up real quick. Does picker view have, can I set the view? Picker view, delegate, set cell height. Because if that's the case, that would actually be pretty straightforward. Yeah, row height, here we go. Row height for component. Hey, let's go. Okay, so we'll add this in here. This should probably do it. Row height for component. And so let's set this to be like, I don't know. Let's try 50. Return 50.0. And then for this, that top anchor is way too high. Container add subview. Let's just try doing it without a constant real quick. Yo, Mawalid? You could add space, it would look great. Yeah, thanks, man. I think so. I think it would really look really good there. Okay, cool. So let's go through it. And crazy, I'll go ahead and explain it a little bit more. So this app is a daily habit creator. And so by that, it's supposed to help you build. And from other people that have told me this, it actually helps them break certain habits. So essentially you do something like set up a habit to maybe drink water 8 times a day, right? And that's going to help you get in tune with that. Wally? Okay, cool, Wally. Thanks, man. So here we go. So you have this main screen. Essentially, it's just welcoming you to the app, right? This is our onboarding flow that we've been refactoring. So you hit get started. And so right there, usually you get an option to choose if you would like notifications being sent to you or not. In this instance, so I can get this view, I changed it to not allow notifications. And so we put the screen saying like, yo, this app kind of relies on notifications to help you stay on top of your habits. And we put a little animation here to show, hey, like this is where it's going. It's how to enable notifications later on. So you go through here, and there's a little bit of like a lag that we got to fix. I don't know why it's going on. But basically you decide what habit you want, right? So the habit that I'm going to create is going to be called stop and think, right? Like I want to take a couple minutes every day, multiple times a day to stop and think about something. Yo, Walla, dude, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the team. So after we create that, we're going to select checkpoints. And so the checkpoints are how many times a day you want to complete this habit. So we have the option to go from 1 all the way to 24, depending on, you know, how many times you actually want to do this. The cool thing about this is when you select one of these, Cycles will automatically generate all of these alerts for you throughout the day. So you don't have to manually schedule them, right? For me, that's one of the most annoying things. It's like I would have to set up all these reminders to schedule it, but the app will literally do it for you and remind you. So for this, we'll just do 10 times a day. And then we can say how often or how many what days of the week we want this to happen. And usually, you know, we can select weekdays, weekends, or you can do your own custom days of the week. So we'll do weekdays for now. And so after that, we can move on to this view that we're working on here. And that is actually working. Let's go. That's awesome. And then this will be the hour that you want your cycle to start. So, you know, everyone wakes up at a different time of the day. So right now, unfortunately, there isn't support for the 24-hour clock, which I'm very sorry about. I should get that supported, but we will. But yeah, so here you'll have this, and this basically will start your cycle at a certain time. And then if we press add cycle, which I'll do once we finish this view, it'll create that cycle and your notifications will start coming into the app. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Crazy, and everyone else who is curious about what Cycles truly is. And if you'll see up there, that little bar that has, it's like a blue bar at the top of the screen, and it has iOS and says Cycles. That's actually a live user count. So those are people actively using the application right now. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this looks good. I'm going to remove this and we'll set up our label here. We'll add our constraints because now I'm curious to see what that ends up being. I feel like we can add more here. So let's do like, let's bump this to 60 point. Yeah, Crazy. No worries. Thanks for stopping on in and asking. But yeah, so the big thing about this right now is the way our stream works is we're refactoring this app, right? It's been out for a while now. A lot of the code is old. This is actually the first app I've ever built, and it was just supposed to be a fun project. But a lot of people actually use it, which is really cool. And I want to make sure that it's stable and like we constantly update it. So currently you can actually hop onto the beta if you're interested, and it's a free way to get the app, and you get the latest updates that we're doing on stream, and then it also helps me test out our features that we're building if you have an iOS device, which is really cool. And it also has an Apple Watch counterpart, which is great. Yo, Graffiti, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow. Glad to have you here. But yeah, and so on the 30th day, we stop development on day 28. On day 30, we will actually be launching it to the App Store, and we have like a little launch event. We do like a retrospective of what went well and what didn't go well the past 28 days. Then we start picking our next features to work on. Oh baby, there we go. Yes, it's looking much better. I'm using Android. Oh no, that's okay. That's all right. Hopefully after a lot of these updates, we'll be able to get Android development working. It's in the thought process, that's for sure. I think the spacing here might be a little too much, so I'm going to bump it down to 55. Definitely open for some feedback if any of you have any. That would be awesome. And I'm also thinking what I did is I constrained this to this view here, this detail label, and I'm thinking I might just throw it in the middle instead. Because it looks a little off. I feel like it should just be in the middle of the screen. So yeah, let's do that. Wait a second. I guess the real question is, do I even need... I don't think I even need this. I don't even think I need this view here. If I just do a label... Because the big difference was we added the height now of the cell. That's all we need to do. And we're just throwing this back into that view. So hold on, let's take a look at this. Yeah, we don't even need the container view. So cool. Don't need that or our constraints. Oh, I put text twice there. 3? What the heck? I put the text 3 times there. I don't know why I did that. Dope. That looks awesome. Pretty on point, I'd say. And then, so now let's add our constraint of our picker view to just be the center of Y. So that means the center of the screen. So instead of a top anchor, let's just do a time picker dot which center Y anchor, and then we'll constrain that to the view dot center Y anchor. That should be better. Yo, Izzy, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping in. And don't worry, if you ever stream, I won't judge you for your typos, I promise. Yeah, there we go. It's interesting to see app development in Swift. I've done mobile apps myself. I was using JavaScript with cross-platform UI. Oh, Ionic. Okay, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, man. I personally highly enjoy Swift. It really depends on the person, and it depends on what you're working on, as those frameworks are highly useful, especially if you already know a lot of JavaScript and you already know a lot of web development. But in my opinion, using anything native will end up being much better. It ends up being much better than some of the cross-platform stuff. It's easier to do things that are native to your device, right? Which makes sense, but it's awesome, man. I would highly try out Swift if you get the chance. Or I'd make my follow GIF you typing. That is so savage. What the heck? Damn. Okay. All right. Well, you stream first, and then we'll talk about you making a follow GIF. Can I use Swift on Windows? You cannot use Swift on Windows. I mean, that's kind of like a weird question because... So Swift, right? Swift is an open source language. Actually, do I have a command for it? I don't know if I do. I think I set up a wiki. Yeah, there you go. That's what Swift is. But the cool thing about it is that it's an open source language. It can compile on Linux machines. It cannot compile on Windows machines. It compiles on Mac OS. But the biggest things that I've seen it used for right now are obviously like Apple OS development. And also, I've seen people starting to bring Swift server side. So people are now making Swift servers, which is pretty wild. So yeah, that was kind of a little more than what you're asking for, but yeah, it's pretty much what you can do there. And I need to add this scaled font because I totally forgot. Are you sure it can compile on all Linux systems? I don't know about all Linux systems, but I do know that Swift does compile on Linux. We can actually look. Let's take a look. I'd be interested to fully know that answer as well. just need to add that there. That's in case the font on the device is scaled to a different size. Can Swift compile on all Linux systems? Let's take a look here. Swift on OS X compiling for Linux. Let's see. I'm confused about the build process for Swift on other platforms. Does Swift allow me to build a Linux project on OS X, or do I need to use Swift specifically on Linux to build anything I plan on using? Okay, so a pure Swift application, which is not importing any framework, can now be compiled for iOS, OS X, and for Linux. You'll generate because different platforms, but the code source can be the same. It's just to be compiled for the respective platform. Yeah, so the big difference is when you import frameworks, right? So here it doesn't say about different versions. Oh, Swift for Linux documentation. Ryan Gonzalez apparently wrote this. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, the official Swift binaries only work on Ubuntu. So there you go. There's your answer, my friend. Yeah, okay. So if you didn't know, Swift binaries can only work in Ubuntu. That's a great question, dude. Thanks for pointing that out. Dope. That's really good to know. Yeah, no, unfortunately right now, Wally, there isn't any way to do that. And I honestly don't think there will be. I don't think there will. All right, so let's select a time. Press add cycle. We created our cycle and we just went through the onboarding flow. Let's go. Congratulations, folks. We did it. And everything looks pretty on point here, which is freaking awesome. Nice, dude. Nice. Very nice. Yo, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. This, what day are we on right now? We're on day 12, I believe. We're on day 12 of this refactor, this version, and it's taken us 12 days to go through all 5 views like that. So this is definitely really big for us. Really big. But I gotta delete it because I gotta restart the onboarding flow. And from there, let's do some code cleanup and get this stuff working smoothly. Yeah, buddy. I think it's kind of annoying. Basically need a Mac develop for iOS. Yeah, there's a lot of talks about that. Yeah, I have mixed feelings. I agree with you in a sense. You're limiting the amount of developers that can develop things for iOS, right? And especially now since cross-platform is so relevant, where, you know, React Native, you have Ionic, you have all those different, like, all these different platforms that don't even use a native language, and you need a Mac in order to compile it, which sucks if you want to test it on your device, right? Like, that part blows. But at the same time, I think by only being able to develop these platforms on certain machines, it keeps a lot of the uncertainty about how these machines are working out of the equation, right? So you see that Android, tons of companies are building their own Android OSs and making their own flavors of it. And there are some that are quite terrible, and there are some that are quite good. And so I think it keeps the consistency and the actual, like, what's the word I'm looking for? The actual quality. There we go. Like the quality of the application. It keeps the quality of their OS and their applications up to par with them, because it's only one ecosystem you can work on it in. So all those variables are thrown out. Like, you don't have to worry about compiling issues on Windows. You don't have to worry about, like, I don't know, X, Y, or Z. So I think it's a good thing in a sense. I think that's why the App Store, while it does have some pretty shitty apps has it has some really good apps. Like the quality on the App Store compared to like Google Play Store is much higher in my opinion. But I personally think it's smart that Apple have kept an ecosystem. Right. Yeah, and it's great for their sales for sure. And they're a business at the end of the day, right? So they're looking for sales. But the ecosystem that they've set up with their devices is incredible. Like I have my iPhone, my Apple Watch, my Mac, and my AirPods, and they all work seamlessly together. I personally haven't seen any other company kind of set up an ecosystem like that because it's so distributed. And while again, it's not a bad thing, it's just, it's harder to maintain all that. Biako, yeah, that's exactly right, man. Quality and safety, true. Yeah. One thing I notice when I do mobile-friendly CSS is that the iOS responsiveness are consistent for at least a few years, whereas Android is pain with all the size variants. Right, yeah, that's true. That's true. Even though now a lot of the screen sizes are changing, but, you know, I think it's just Android, there's a lot more devices out there, and so you got to worry about all of those things, which makes it a lot more difficult. Yeah, Biako, exactly. Yeah. And so the one thing I think that's been pretty great is I think that a consistency with Google's devices, like the Pixels, are incredible. Like I would switch, if I had to switch to an Android device, I would switch to a Pixel, because I think those are the most consistent Android devices that I've seen. And why is that though, right? Like Google, Pixel, Android. I don't know. It makes sense. So, but yeah, it's good stuff. It's always good stuff to talk about. It's very interesting how that works. Hey everyone, give me 1 minute. I will be right back. I just got to use the restroom real quick. So stick around. Just give me a couple minutes. Thanks. Hey friends, sorry about that. I switched to a Google Pixel 1 when it came out, my first Android after years of iPhones. Oh, interesting. So how'd you feel about it? Tell me about that, Izzy. Because I've seen the Pixels that have been coming out, and I'm always like, I think I would like to get one of these. I want to try them. They're so interesting. Yo, Luvis, what's up? Yeah, check out the Trello board. That will have all our current tasks, and that's what we update. And we actually have a channel in our Discord called Cycles Feedback. And so if you join the beta or you have the app and you have some feedback, that's where we post all of our feedback from people that leave reviews, that email me, and from here and Discord. So feel free to join in if you're interested. But thanks for coming by. Okay. And as you can see, this is really dumb, but that's what we're working with right now. All right, cool. So we do this. We have our time frame label looks good. That looks good. Our UI picker is pretty solid. Nothing there needs to happen. And our actions seem to be functioning perfectly, which is great. We have our UI animate here. And I'm actually going to take this out. We add our warning. Okay, cool. Here's we're going to remove the button from the other screen. Here we're going to go ahead and get our current cycle. Yeah, navigation controller. Okay. And then we do some stuff here. Start time friendly. Okay. And then we do our global where we add everything up, do it, blah, blah, blah. This stuff I'm not really messing with too much. Have our actions here. Oh, we don't need these anymore. Our touchdown actions are donezo. Set up our delegates. Do that. Yup. Okay, another thing is I don't need self on these anymore. Oh, I don't need those either. Honestly, it was easy to switch to Android. I'm a heavy Google user. I've never really utilized iCloud, so it's made my workflow, life flow much neater. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. I'm on the same boat. The only thing that I rely on in iCloud is literally just my backups, and my cross-platform ecosystemness. That's pretty much it. Gonna learn JS now on Codecademy. Heck yeah, dude. Best of luck, Waleed. Yeah. Thanks for coming by, dude. Thank you for the follow. Glad to have you here. And good luck. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Cool. And then view did appear. Change some button colors there. Unrelated question. Could you tell us a little bit about the animated pictures in the app? I think those look pretty fancy. Yeah, dude. No problem at all. So those are animations that were actually generated through the Adobe tool. Why am I forgetting the name of it right now? After Effects. Wow. So sorry. Yeah, Izzy, sure. Let me go ahead and I gotta add this to our constants real quick. Give me 1 second and I'll go through and we can talk more about it for sure. This is just we're gonna call this, do this general here. This is the tint color of our back button. Let onboarding, add time frame, picker, tint. There we go. Okay. So let me build this again. Yeah, so the animations that we're talking about are actually done through After Effects. And pretty much they're this. Once they load up. Oh. Yeah, I gotta fix this. I keep forgetting this service request stuff. it's on a new install, we actually get an error that doesn't show anything. Just it's there, and it's a dumb error. But yeah, so here are the animations that we're talking about. So yeah, so these were all custom created through After Effects, and kind of the backstory behind that is I had a partner that worked on this with me, and he was basically the designer. So he did all the animations. He set up the UI, and you know, we had a collaboration in how the UI should be created, and how it should be laid out and things like that. But he's the one who kind of had the final word on that. And so he actually left. He stopped making this pretty early on after we launched. He wasn't into it anymore. So yeah, now I have all these things that I need to learn how to do. But those are the animations, and basically they're set up with After Effects, and they're created using these are actually GIFs here. But if we go to this one, this one right here, this is also an After Effects animation, but this is using a framework called Lodi, and Lodi is by Airbnb, if you didn't know. And Lodi is basically just an animation library for mobile devices. And so the way it works is you create this After Effects file. They have a command line tool where you take your After Effects file or animation, you plug it in there, and it exports a JSON file. And so if we go here, these are GIFs, and the actual Lodi stuff, Lodi assets are right here. So you'll see these are literally just animations. They're just full-on JSON files here. Let's see if I can open one. It might be pretty large, but yeah, this is literally what it exports from your After Effects animation. And then you install the Lodi framework into your app. You give it that JSON file, and it does the animation for you. And so it's like the wildest thing ever. It is so cool because the file size, this is now just a JSON file that does all the rendering for you. You don't have to worry about it. Lodi? Yeah, here, let me show it to you. It's Loti, like Airbnb design. Yo, Geek Kid, what's up, dude? Welcome in, man. It's been a minute or two. But yeah, so this is how it works. It's freaking awesome. It's really cool. You can do just so much with it. The big thing is you need to know After Effects. So if you don't know After Effects, you have to learn it in order to create these. Because the tool that they use it's called Body Movin'. It's a After Effects plugin that essentially exports these to Lodi images or files. Yo, Rec Crypto. What a name. Welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow. Glad to have you here, friend. Tuning in from the gym? Hey, let's go. Let's go. Yo, dude. I hope I'm pumping you up, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. But yeah, this is it. Crazy and Izzy. I hope this makes sense to you. But it's open source. The world of open source is freaking incredible. It's so awesome that this company is like, yo, let's make this cool tool that does all this, and like 15,000 stars on GitHub. 15,000 stars. That is wild, man. That is so cool. I love it. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, sir. Yeah, I'm glad you find it interesting. It is really cool. But now I need to learn After Effects. So let's make that a cycle. Learn effects. What the heck is wrong with me? Oh, dude, that looks so much cleaner now. I'm wondering, oh my God, do you think I can do the gradient? I think I can do the gradient. I think we can do this. Oh, baby. I think we can do the gradient. God, it would look really good. It would look really good if we did the gradient. I want to learn After Effects. Yeah, man. I do too. It is so cool. there's so many cool things that can come out of it. I lied. I don't want to do I don't want to do the gradient right now. But it would be cool. Maybe in a later update. Okay, where was this error that happened before? It was... Or actually, hold on. Let me clean this up. Let's commit this. And then we should be good. So our add cycle action looks pretty solid now. We have our picker there. Yep. Then we have our view did appear. And this is add cycle action. Okay, so view did load. View did appear. And then now we have our constraints set up properly, which is awesome. And then we have our extension for our picker, which is good. Yo, Oblomo, what is up? Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team, my dude. Glad to have you here. Thanks for being in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually... Let's go ahead and commit these changes. Oh no, we have to remove the storyboard first. Let's do that. I always forget that. I splurged on the new iPad Pro. I've been enjoying learning vector illustrations with Affinity Designer and digital illustration with Procreate. I've been avoiding committing to Adobe Cloud for a hobby, but I think I have to take the plunge because I want to make pretty animations. That's awesome. How do you like the iPad Pro? I've heard a lot of really good things about it. But yeah, everyone uses Adobe, unfortunately. But I think their prices are pretty, like, they're pretty solid. I don't think they're unfair for what you get. But I'm also don't use those tools all the time. Yo, Blomo, how you doing today, man? Welcome in. I appreciate you coming by. Okay, so the thing we need to do is actually go into our previous view controller, and we need to change the way that we're actually being sent over to the view controller we just changed. So the way that we're going to do that is in the next action. So here, instead of instantiate from our storyboard, we're going to instantiate just a new instance of it. It's amazing. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. So I'm assuming do you have an Apple Pencil? Oh no, we do need that. Okay, so here we're going to do let's add Timeframe VC. Oh, I guess I can just do it here. And really all we need to do is create a new instance of this onboarding view controller. And then we need to do add Timeframe VC dot initial cycle equals our initial cycle. And we know this won't be nil, so we don't need this anymore. And don't need to do that. We just did that, which is cool. And then we need to do self.navigation controller does not equal nil. We don't need to check for that either, because we can, by adding a question mark, it will actually not run the command if it breaks the chain here. So we can do this. We don't need that anymore either. I've had iPads in the past and never used them because they were clunky and meh. The iPad Pro Pencil is a different ballpark. Interesting. Okay. That's so cool. That's really cool to hear. I had the iPad 2, I think, when it came out. And I loved it. And then I used it for a month and I was like, I don't need this at all. So I sold it. I sold it. Oh no, the clip, the balls clip. Feels bad, man. I don't know. Damn. Maybe after a while they remove clips? Twitch does that? Damn, that sucks. That would have been a great clip. I didn't know they did that. Interesting. I guess it makes sense though. All right, so what we did is we now have removed the reference to our storyboard. Let's make sure we got nothing else here. Yep. And so now we're actually instantiating the view controller inside of our action here, setting our property, and then we're just pushing to that new view controller, which is great. It's exactly what we're looking for. My 2-in-1 laptop works just fine. I'm not a fan of 2-in-1s, dude. I don't think they're that good. They kind of bother me. This isn't Swift using JavaScript, but what framework? This is Swift. You're wrong, actually, Rect. Yeah, we're using Swift here. No framework. We're using Swift, and this is Xcode. Festify's down today. I don't know. I wasn't working this morning, dude. But hopefully later this week we'll be fine. Interesting, Izzy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I think I'm an artist in my own sense, but I'm not. I don't think I'm an artist enough to go out and spend that money on something like that yet. I don't know. I would love to learn how to do that, dude. I would love to learn how to like just draw and do stuff like that. I think it's incredible. It's so cool. And I always respect people that do that stuff for a living. It is so ridiculously hard. I don't know. I don't have that eye yet, I guess. Surface Book? Dude, I have a Surface Book. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I get you though, Demon. For some people, it works out really well. Totally understand that. I'll take it off your hands. Dude, I don't think Microsoft will like that too much. Okay, yeah, this is where I need to go. So let me service request, error parsing response to the data, and the service request. So we'll head over there after we commit this. Oh, well, it's wrong indeed. I got confused by the let keyword. Yeah, no worries at all. No worries at all. Yeah, the let keyword in Swift means it's an immutable property or that you cannot change it. So we have let and var in Swift. And it looks very similar to JavaScript, so I can understand that, man. I can understand that. Yeah, dude, it's my work PC. It's your boy Lorraine's. What's up? What's up, yeah boy? Welcome in. I love that. Thank you so much for that follow, Lorraine's. Glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so it does that weird crap, but it does transition over, which is good. But see, the controller holds a strong reference. It does something. It does something stupid, and it's so annoying. But that'll be the next thing we got to fix, because that is no bueno that happens at all. I'm doing good, Lorraine. Thanks so much for asking. How are you doing? There we go. We're doing it. That just confused me. Let is immutable. Swift and JS need to talk and agree. Yep, let in Swift is immutable. Var is mutable. And it's based on like the type safety that Swift does. It does a lot of that stuff. So the thing is that Swift isn't JavaScript. You know, you gotta remember that. Swift isn't JavaScript. You're doing great. Awesome, man. Awesome. Glad to have you on the stream. Mr. K Panda, what is up? Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. Man, I appreciate all the support today, people. It's been fantastic. The app looks sexy? Yo, thanks, Demon. I know, man. I know. I wish I could get it out for Android soon. I haven't had the ability to. But I hope one day we can do it, man. I think it would be fantastic. But folks, we have just removed all of our view controllers for the onboarding flow. Holy moly, the only one that's left is this stupid navigation controller. Which we could actually probably remove right now too. I gotta head out at 7:15 or in about 10 minutes. So let's go see if we can remove that view controller to officially remove the entire onboarding flow from our storyboard and move it, holy crap, move it into all our controllers. This is the best day of my life. So exciting. Here we go. All right, onboarding navigation controller. So pretty much here, we don't need to grab this from our storyboard. We can just instantiate a new view controller, right? So we can say let nav vc equal a UI navigation controller. And let's look to see what the inits are on that. We don't need a... Yes, we do. We do init. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll remove this guy. Oh, this will be so nice. Can I get an app code for my landlord? He may like this app. Yeah, sure, dude. I'll ping it to you on Discord. Or if you want to give him the beta, whatever you may think would be easier. Where are you flying tonight? Oh, for me, it's actually the morning. It's 7 a.m. for me right now. So this morning, I'm actually heading over to St. Louis for some work. Gotta go there. I fly out there every couple months, once a month or so. Okay, so we get our onboarding controller here, which we don't even really need to set up. We can just set our nav controller equal to a UI navigation controller dot init. We're going to pass in our root view controller to be this here. Remove that. And then what we want to do is actually just set our nav controller right there. And we just cleaned up like 8 lines of code and moved it down to 2. We could even move this down to 1, which would be freaking sweet. So let me kind of explain what's going on here. Before, what we were doing is we were grabbing this view controller from our storyboard. And we were saying, okay, view controller, I need to take you and I'm going to put the onboarding flow into you as the root controller of this view. But now what we were able to do, I have this property called VC to display. Depending on if you're in onboarding or you're in the main app, it will actually change that root controller. So if we go through onboarding, all we need to do is say VC to display, UI navigation controller, pass in the root controller of our beginning onboarding flow, which is the welcome view controller. And there you go. That is it. This then will be displayed. And let's delete this. And let's see if it works. See if we have any issues. I think we should be all right, but it's always nice to take a look, right? Yeah, again, the service request stuff is all poo-poo. It's so annoying. Alrighty, there you go. There's our view right there in our navigation controller, which is dope. So if we open up the view hierarchy, I think we should be able to see a navigation controller here. Yeah, here we go. So here's the UI navigation controller. Within that, we have the actual UI view. So this is the transition view, the wrapper view. And then this is our onboarding welcome controller. So this is the part that gets swapped out as we go through the app. So that's dope. Okay, and if we do get started, let's make sure that our flows work. Go there. Cheers. Select 8 there. We'll do weekdays. Let's do this at like 9. Oh, I think our constraints are a little messed up there. Press add cycle. Boom. There we go. Everything seems to be working just dandy here. Hell yeah. So there it is. So now we can completely remove like literally everything from our storyboard in regards to our onboarding flow. Ooh. See you later. That feels so good. Oh my gosh. That's like 6 different views. Gotta go. I followed you on YouTube. Nice to meeting you, and I hope I can learn many things from you. Yo, thanks, Rack. Dude, I really appreciate it, and thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate you being here, and I am excited to see you around, man. Well, it looks schmexy. Oh, thanks, ya boy. It's your boy, Lorenz. Dude, I love your name, man. Love your name. I can't help it. Can't help it. It's your boy. I do that all the time, I guess. That's probably why. Can you explain storyboards? Yeah, sure. So this is a storyboard, right? This is your storyboard file here. I think it's really bothering me. What the heck? And so what a storyboard is basically a visual representation of your application. So the kind of architecture of any mobile app really is mobile apps are made up of these views that are stacked on top of each other. So the way that this works really is when you see a new screen pop up on your phone, they're adding these views to a stack inside the operating system. And so if you know a little bit about computer science, you've heard of probably the data structure called a stack. So they push these views onto the stack. Those are the ones you see. And when you navigate back, they pop those views off the stack. And so this is basically a visual representation of that. And so Xcode offers, I think, a pretty extensive way to create these views. Everything in that application was created on here originally. And then the one big issue I've had is once your views or once your application starts becoming a little more intense visually, you have more animations that you're loading in. You have more different ways to convert to things or see different views. You end up getting really complex storyboard files, and it's really, really difficult. And I found it a lot easier to maintain if I did this all through code. So now every view controller has its UI associated to it, and we can even extrapolate that further, where the actual controller itself can just have all of our logic, and we can create a view for that view controller and just set up the UI in there, and that's it. If we wanted to go even further. But for now, this is pretty good. That's really solid, I think. We're getting an MIT degree from Professor Alec. Yo, you know it. Was yours more linear than sibling-y? No, I think it was still pretty linear. Everything has been very linear. There's only a couple views that will like pop up as a modal and then be dismissed. Yeah, it's pretty linear in that sense, but yeah, things can change. I don't know. Can you explain the heap to us next? Not in this lecture stacking. Thanks for asking though. I'll keep it in mind for next time. Yo, Fry, what's up, dude? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. I hope that makes sense, Izzy. I hope that makes sense. But so deleting all these views or these controllers in the storyboard are pretty great for kind of like sustainability of the app, in my opinion. There's also another way to do this where you can pretty much just create different storyboards. So like if I want to create a storyboard solely for onboarding, we could have done that instead of creating one storyboard that houses both, you know, like there's ways around it, but I'm not a fan of it. Lorraine's, we're using Swift. I don't know if I just answered that or not. I don't think I did, but yeah, we're using this language called Swift. If you're interested to know more about it, take a look here. The last 30 seconds explained it better. Okay, good. More do of React now? Yeah, okay. There are similarities for sure. There definitely are similarities. Okay. Shit, man. We did it. So let's take a look at our Git status here. I'm trying to see if there are any files I was not expecting to change, but they all look good, so I'm not going to diff them. Removing final view from storyboard. There we go. All right, so we freaking did it, man. I'm so excited. I'm hoping, actually, when I get to the airport, I can push up a new beta build. So again, if you guys have an iPhone and you're interested in checking out... Oh, I'm so sorry. It was just the same thing again. If you're interested in checking out this app and you want to get it for free, sign up for the beta with that link. All you need to do is have an iPhone and download the test flight app, and you'll get every update of cycles that we do on stream. And so I will be pushing this latest update hopefully today. If I have some time at the airport, I'll definitely do it. And we're pretty much done. So the final view is done. We did it, Reddit. Hey, dude, this is just one section. This is just one section. We have a lot more stuff for this release we need to fix, especially bugs. But yeah, Reddit. We did a Reddit. But so the final view is done. Next is to tackle issues above. And then this task will finally be complete, which will be freaking awesome. This was a big refactor, which is cool. I don't have an iPhone rip. Oh, feels bad, man. That's okay. That's okay. And then if you do decide that you are going to be part of the beta and you want to leave some feedback, we have a feedback channel in our Discord called Cycles Feedback, and I would love for you to leave any suggestions, any issues you may have, or just feel free to ping me directly. I appreciate anyone who signs up for that. It really helps me out a lot, and I hope you find the app useful. So we're having an issue in the service request issue. Yes, we need to figure that out. On first start from app download. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. But I am coming up on time for this stream, so I will test. Heck yeah, serious. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It would be really awesome. Cool. So that is the stream for today, folks. I appreciate you all coming out, all the follows, all the support. It's been awesome. All the subscriptions. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some iOS development and getting excited to build your own app, iOS or whatever platform you want to work on. That's the real reason why I do these streams. It's really nice to be able to show people that you can really do this stuff. It's not hard. You just need a little motivation, some interest. Shit, Chris was in here. Yo, what's up, man? Thanks for the stream. Dude, thank you. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. Thanks for the unofficial intro to Swift. You got it, Izzy. It was really nice meeting you. And I do hope to see you all very soon. But everyone, stick around for the stream. For the raid. We always raid. We always throw a raid in here. I appreciate you all and a good brain. Thank you very much. Thank you, Eco. Yeah, you too, Crazy. I hope to see you here soon. We'll be back here this Thursday. Nice and early, same time, Thursday and Friday of this week. But stick around for the raid. Grab that first message if you are a sub. Let's go ahead and show someone some love. And the second one if you're not. Oh, gotcha, stacking. Should give a try to Swift. I got a MacBook Pro and iPhone. Ah, gotcha. You should try it out. Give it a go. See how you like it. And feel free to hit me up if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help. Yeah, Lorraine's, dude, I appreciate you being here. And I'm glad you are finding some interest in this. Swift is a cool language. iOS dev is a cool... Oh, it's GitHub. What the heck? iOS dev is a lot of fun. It's awesome to have you all here, and I'm excited to have you all here being interested in this. So we're gonna raid my boy Cross here. He is a game dev. I think he's actually playing a game today. Yeah, if Chris was streaming, we could raid him. It's been a while. I want to raid Cross, but I want to send you guys to a programming stream at the same time. I feel bad, man. No, why can't you be programming today? Oh Feels bad, man. I know. Oh. All right, let's do this then. Let's raid someone we don't know. And let's raid a brand new streamer, a brand new programming streamer. Always got to show the love, man. Someone in science technology. No, that is not his game. That's not his game. Oh, you know who we can raid? Genta. This guy is top tier, man. He does a lot of really, really cool graphical stuff. He's actually making a framework for Vulkan for C++. It's really cool. He knows a lot. He knows a lot of really cool stuff. So let's go ahead and throw him a raid. It's been a while. He's a big supporter of the stream here too. So let's go show him some love. Make sure you grab that raid message. And thank you all again for real for coming by. I really appreciate you all being here. And I am very happy that you're enjoying yourself. Rip the bun. Pog it, man. Pog, bruh. Get in on that raid, folks. Come on, a couple more people. Let's show our boy some love. You don't have the raid message? Got you. Right here. Grab that raid message. Right there for you, Stacking. Let's show him some love. He is starting soon, so this will be interesting. Let's give him a full chat before he gets on. All right, everyone. Peace and love. Thank you again for coming by, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.